So hi DJ Camilo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just finished doing my show. Every day I'm on Hot 97, 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, new at 2.
Alright, perfect. So we wanted to interview you today because we want to talk with you about the issue that we have in France, about the relationship between DJs and rappers, and because they have a kind of bad relationship, French rap is not really doing well right now.
Right.
So first of all, before we get more into it, like you said like you DJ in France, right? You already DJ in France,
Right.
And did you how to say it? Like when you DJ in France, you probably didn't hear like any French rap. Like, do you remember that, or did it something that?
Yeah. When I DJed in France, there was actually 2 records. Because when I got there, I always ask the DJs that are DJing that night or whatever, like to do some homework.
Yeah.
Like what's popping in France? Is there a new artist? They gave me 2. The DJs gave me 2 records.
Okay.
I forgot the artist's
Booba?
name. Huh?
Booba?
Nope.
No.
Started with a D.
A D. And when you?
I got it on my laptop.
Okay. when it was? It's like this year, last year.
I can sing it to you.
Okay. Give me some music.
Oh man, I got it on my laptop, man.
Okay.
But it was popping. The minute I played, the crowd went crazy. It was kind of like, not fast tempo. It was like regular hip hop, 97 beats per minute.
Okay. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just like. But anyway, and I actually got those records, downloaded them, and put them on the side.
Okay.
And when I DJ my set, I did my set, but then at the end of my show, I played the 2 records just to show, the French crowd some love,
Yeah, yeah. But I don't really know what kind of song you talk about right now, but I know that it's probably a song that already
It's about
pop.
maybe 2 years old.
Okay.
It's about 2 years old, and it was hip hop.
Yeah.
Definitely hip hop. It wasn't pop.
Okay. But just to point it out, it was.
No, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I got it. It's Désolé.
Désolé. There you go.
That's the it's kind of rap. Like they are like the most famous rap group right now, but they're not really rap now. They're like pop rap.
Right. Well, when I got that record, it was hip hop.
Yeah.
And then they gave me another record that was popping. I forgot that.
Yeah. Now they really turn like into pop.
Oh, okay.
But it's great that you talk about them, because the thing is like those guys, they needed to grind like for years before they get to the point that we play them in the club. And that's the problem that we have in France. Like we wait that the guys coming like huge to play them.
Right.
No DJs taking any risks.
Right.
And because of that, we have really great French rappers, but they can't make it because the DJs
are not supporting.
Don't support them, and they don't support the DJs. They don't go after the DJs and say, look my music.
I think that's every rapper's challenge, man. Not just in France, but everywhere.
Okay.
Here in New York, it's different. It's different because we come from that. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to rappers is try to make it a little easy for the DJs if you're a beginning rapper.
Yeah.
Only because at the end of the day, DJs have to satisfy a crowd.
Yeah.
They have to entertain. And a lot of times, crowds come to party, to sweat, to hear their favorite music, not to hear a new rapper, or, you know what I'm saying? So it gets tough. So what we here in New York trying to encourage the rappers is drop a freestyle on this hot record right now.
Yeah.
So people can get to know you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, rappers blow up like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit, sometimes the freestyles sound better than the original song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Perfect example, 50 Cent, that's how he blew up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hopped on records that weren't his and made them better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just one example.
Yeah, but you know what? What I'm gonna tell you, it might shock you right now, but I'm not even talking about like started upcoming rappers. I'm talking about established rappers.
Right.
Like we have, like I said, we have this guy, for example, called Henry. He's like really famous. Like he has 100,000 followers.
Right.
He has 300,000 followers on Facebook. He made a record with Raekwon, you know, and his new album, it didn't really sell that much because the DJ, they don't play his music, and he does great music. I got another one, he's like less famous, but he's doing like great music. His name is Green Money.
Right.
I really like him, and a lot of people like him, but the DJs, they don't take the risk. I'm talking about, if you want, it's, to me, it's like medium artists, like they already known,
right.
They're already established, but they're not like superstars.
Now, when you say they're not taking a risk, DJs are not taking a risk on radio, on nightclub,
like nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. And because of that, those artists are struggling.
Of course.
Not because like they don't have people that love them, but because they need the media, you know. And the thing is, why nightclubs and radio is the most important, because you're playing repeatedly.
Right.
You know, with internet, you can't do that. You just play one. People, they just hit it.
Believe it or not, a lot of artists here are beginning to blow up without radio and without club play.
Yeah.
Social media now is the best. You know, YouTube and all of that. Like, a lot of artists are just blowing off of that, and they have their own buzz and they build their own, you know, their own fans. Yeah. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, man, you know. But,
you know, just to jump on that, that's also the problem. Like, yeah, it's true that social media help certain artists, but at the same time, those artists sometimes, they're not really good. They're just because they're buzzing, because if I take an example of Trinidad James, it was because it was really extravagant. You know, he did something that shocked people.
Right.
And then the song was good, like you dancing and everything, but he couldn't like build a whole career. You know, he just had one hit song and just...
In that record, you know, obviously I don't speak French, so I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it sounded fun, and it sounded, you know, it sounded like it was a build-up.
Yeah.
At the end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it sounded like fun. So maybe people can relate, and it was easier for your regular person to vibe out to. You know. The other thing is this: music changes, man. Hip hop changes. A lot of the boom bap sounds is old school now.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of rappers still love that. And in Europe, I've always seen it, like they still sticking to that sound.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to change it up and make it a little easier for the DJs, where I'm not saying to jump on EDM tracks, but maybe jump on some fast tempo stuff, you know, or some double tap stuff that the DJs are playing now.
No, yeah, definitely. But like, we're going to talk about the guy you talk, like Désolé, like the group name is Section d'Assaut, alright?
Right.
Those guys, first they were really underground rappers, you know, and they started to really pop in. Like they begin to be so big that now they do pop rap.
Right, they
you know?
can't do what they started with.
And it's not a problem. It's cool. You know, we're all cool with it. But the problem is that now, like for example, the radio that we have. That's why I really love Hot 97, because Hot 97, okay, you want to make money and it's normal. It's the game. But at the same time, you really care about the culture. You know. Like I interviewed Rosenberg yesterday, and that's what we're talking about. Like, for example, they have this thing called the realness, and they're not going to be scared to say, okay, this song that Jay-Z made wasn't really good, you know, but in France, nobody going to say anything. And because of that, now...
Politics.
Yeah, like, too much politics, and because of that, we have great artists that used to be great, now they do shitty music, and nobody say anything, and the lower, like the kids, because they don't know the culture, they like, oh, that's the good thing, that's the shit, you know.
Meanwhile,
and because of that, right, that's why like we have a lot of people like me, we're frustrated because we like, man, we have great artists and they can't blow up because the media don't support them, because the DJs doesn't support them, and it's not only the fault of the media and the DJs. It's also the fault of the rappers, because the rappers, they kind of lazy, if I can say like that, because they don't want to do the grind work. Like they just gonna jump from nobody to the biggest media, you know, and that's why I'm doing all this, like this project, is like to make them understand that it's a win-win situation. Like you have to support the DJs first, then they're gonna give you back.
Right.
And once you got the crowd coming, like everything's gonna be fine. But like,
but you also have to make good music. It's
definitely
very important because you know the DJ is gonna go as far as the artist goes. If the artist is just doing bullshit tracks just to get over, it's not gonna go on.
Definitely, but like to give you an example, for the guy I called like Green Money, right? This guy, he put a song, is a hit. Like when I tell you, I'll probably make you hear it, it's a hit. Right. You know, he had like 500,000 views on YouTube. Like everybody's saying why this guy is not popping right now. You know what I mean? Nobody understands that. And why he's not popping is because the media doesn't support him, the DJ doesn't support him, but him too, is his fault too, because
he has to get out there. He has to make that DJ your best friend. And sometimes artists don't understand that. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes they don't know how to communicate. Sometimes they don't want to kiss ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's the main problem that we have with friends. Like we're too proud. You know,
you gotta put all that bullshit aside. And you gotta get it fucking popping. And you gotta go out there and hang out in the club all day, get in this guy's face every fucking day. You know, a million artists have done that here. They hate it, but they do.
That's the grind work.
Right. You have to. And after a while, DJs obligated, like, damn, this nigga's trying, like, you know, let me give him a shot. You know? You have to. You know, it sucks for the artist, but it's part of the grind, man.
Definitely. That's the main problem that we have.
You gotta remember one thing, and this goes out to all the rappers anywhere in the world. There's a million rappers now. There's a million producers. There's a million DJs. You know, and the way we came up doing the hip-hop thing is very different from now. You know what I'm saying? A DJ now doesn't leave his house, opens his laptop, and downloads a million songs for free. You know? MC doesn't have to go and book time at a studio. They could do a record in their house. You know, so it's a different time. You know, so you have to work and you have to go all out because your competition is everywhere. You know?
And that's it. Now, that's the main difference to me between here, the US.
And everybody's responsible. The DJs.
It's everybody.
The hip-hop media, they're responsible too, man. And the artists. You know?
So that's it. That's the main
warning.
Okay.
Follow me on Instagram, DJ Camilo.
All right. So thank you for everything. Really appreciate it.
Cool.
You know.
En France, peu importe l'artiste, tu vas l'aider. À un moment donné, quand il va voir que lui, il arrivait à un stade, il va t'oublier. C'est-à-dire que tu étais juste un élément pour monter. Donc là, comment tu penses, c'est qu'un...